Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Central Empire Wrestling PowerSlam. I'm here with one half of the tag team champions of Central Empire Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you, Jared Thumb. Jared Thumb, how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing pretty darn good right now, just fine and dandy, as I always say.
You've been a wrestler for a couple years, and every wrestler that enters this sport has a story. They have a story how they came up and whether they reach the heights or not, but you have a very, very, very unique story. But before we get into that, okay, you are one half of the tag team champions with none other than wrestling's original reality TV star, Rory Fox. For a young up-and-coming wrestler, that's gold. That's gold to have a mentor like that. What has been like being champion and getting to know Rory Fox?
It's been an experience, let me tell you. From seeing what he used to be like to now and how he's changed it and how he's putting me in that right direction. Speaking of like using an example, he's like, look at JT Energy. Look at that snake. He's always slithering in there and he's, what is he? An oily bag of crap. But what I'm trying to say is Rory Fox, he's put me in the right direction. He's always says, don't be like that guy right there.
I mean,
don't be like him. Be who you are. Be who you are. Have inspiration and have goals for yourself. Don't cheat your way to the top. Always do it yourself.
I mean, becoming a champion is not easy in any federation, but as we saw last season, your journey to the championship was not easy. Between Tim Rhodes, JT Energy, you getting jumped from behind, you being thrown into this match. I mean, from chaos comes opportunity. How does it feel to be a champion? I mean, I don't know how many championships you won in other federations, but how does it feel to be tag team champion?
Well, I'm going to say it feels good, but it's a lot of responsibility because you got a lot of other guys out there that obviously they want to be tag team champions as well. Like, example, me and Rory Fox, he came to me, he's like, how would you like to be a champion, kid? And I'm like, I'd be astonished because, not to mention, I've only wrestled 3 matches here in Central Empire Wrestling, which is a huge deal because you see guys that have to work their way for years, but to be under the wing of Rory Fox, and he's like, how would you like this opportunity right now? Yeah, it would be an honor to be under the learning tree and wing of you, knowing your history.
You certainly moved up the ranks really, really quick in Central Empire Wrestling, and that does put a target on your back. But your story by itself is a reflection of adversity. So I've done a little research on you. So from what I understand is you went to the Black and Brave Academy, okay? And you went through wrestling training. Mm-hmm. And then it was, I think you'd had 1 match, and then some things happened. What had happened?
Well, I had matches. I debuted in April, but somewhere along the line in July of that year, I got hit really hard right under my chin, and throughout those 2 weeks, I started having growth in my face over here, 2 lumps. So I'm like, well, I can move my jaw fine, I can do this, I can do that. I don't know if this is an injury or not. I didn't have health insurance or anything like that, so I didn't really want to go to the doctor, but I had to suck it up and go. And for a while, it started going away. Doctor said after a month, it came back. So he's like, okay, we're going to do these scans, we're going to do this. Come to find out, it was cancer.
So you discovered what type of cancer did you discover you had?
I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, so it's blood cancer. So basically, my whole life I have to watch out for my health. If I don't stay healthy, I may look good on the outside, but if I don't stay healthy on the inside, there can be a lot of problems.
How long did it take you out of the game?
About 3 months. So if I wasn't as well trained or fit as I was at that time, this would have went a way longer process, but since I took care of myself that way, I was able to come back really quickly and be able to get back in the ring, because that was my main goal. Because obviously the first words you hear when you hear cancer, fear, and bodies your whole body. And just how I'm stuttering right now, because like I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, not the good ones, because I didn't know what it was at first. I never heard of it. And when I found out, you asked that one question: what did I do wrong?
I mean, you're out there, you're going to live your dream, and then you run into a brick wall. But I got to say, like, adversity goes back to adversity. 3 months is not long. And are you in remission, sir?
Yes.
How long have you been in remission for?
2 years, almost 3.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. You had cancer, you beat cancer, and look at you now. You are one half of the tag team champions in Central Empire Wrestling. I mean, that is adversity not many people ever see. So dealing with that, how has that helped you grow as a wrestler, getting to here to this point?
It's helped a lot, because like a lot of the challenges I see come my way, it reminds me of who I am, because there's not a lot of people that can go through that process and come back as quickly as like I could. Like other people, it depends on how your situation goes. I was fortunate enough that I was able to do that, because at the time they were talking, you might not be able to wrestle for a year or 2, because it's blood cancer. It'll break your whole body down in that way. And
yeah, I've had friends who've had that same thing, and you know, their bones become really brittle and everything like that. But here you are standing here today with a belt around your shoulder. I mean, this is, I mean, kudos to you, sir. We're really proud. I mean, and I remember one of the first times you did come to Central Empire Wrestling, there was some fanfare surrounding you. Like, there's some people who saw you, knew what you were coming. So, you know, we're really happy to have you here. Did you ever think I mean, I don't know how many accolades you've had other places, but do you ever think you get this far so soon?
If you want me to be honest, no. I thought I'd have to be working my tail off like I would anywhere else. You know, old saying, pay your dues and get your opportunities and keep rolling with it. I was, like I said, like I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity presented to me, and I was able to take it with gratitude, because not, like I said, there's a whole line of other guys out there that would take advantage of this opportunity and take it for granted. And that's why I take having one half of the tag team titles over my shoulder, I take it with great responsibility. And like I said, always have to be ready for a challenge too.
Well, we are privileged to have you here, sir. We are privileged to have you as one of our champions, and you got a hell of a partner. I mean, Rory Fox, one of the best that comes. Okay. You want to watch one of your matches? I think we need to give the fans one of your singles matches. How about that?
That's all.
All righty. All righty. So we're going to go to commercial break right now, get set up. When we come back, we're going to watch one of Jared Thumb's matches right here on Central Empire Wrestling PowerSlam.